Sports, a place where many athletes find success.
This is likely the final play that matters. End zone wide open. What a night for Mike Williams.
But where there's a winner, there has to be a loser.
He came a long way. You hear me? Come here, I love you, bro. Good.
It's one thing to watch the game, but another to analyze it. Let's talk about the numbers. You ready?
YouTube! What's going on, man? Back at it again with another video. It's your boy, not young boy, but your boy Jay. But today, the topic of discussion is the new NFL playoff format that is being proposed in the new CBA. ESPN posted this article February 19th, so this is very recently. Last week to be exact. The article goes as follows. Under the current CBA proposal that NFL owners are pushing for, the playoff field will be expanded to 7 teams from each conference, while the regular season will be increased to 17 games per team, and the preseason shortened to 3 games per team. As part of the proposed playoff format, only 1 team from each conference will receive a first-round bye, as opposed to the 2 that currently do, league sources said. That would mean a revised postseason schedule that includes 6 games on Wild Card Weekend with 3 on Saturday and 3 on Sunday. The changes to the NFL's playoff format will take effect for the 2020 season, assuming the new CBA is ratified beforehand. Had the proposed format been in place this past season, the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers would have been the next teams included in the expanded playoff field. That's been agreed to for a long time. One source familiar with CBA talks said about NFL's new playoff structure, there wasn't a lot of disagreement to that issue. So it sounds like that they are close to getting this thing made official. Haven't heard a lot about this since it came out, but why not talk about it, you know? Why not discuss this? What do I think about this playoff format that they are proposing? I don't like it. I don't agree with it. And here's why. The main reason is, well, they have a bye for just 1 team. It's just 1 team that has a bye. I don't agree with that because all of these teams will have played 17 games in the new format. They would have played 17 games, and you only give the very top seed a week off. Only the top team, right? I don't like that. I don't like that. But if there is a change to be made, I have a better format proposal. You're welcome. You're welcome. I've introduced this proposal to my good friend John Harden at Sports 56 radio station here in Memphis, as well as Gabe Kuhn. You can catch them 1 p.m., 3 p.m., Monday through Friday, Sports 56, 87.7 FM. You might even catch me on there. So, hey, 2 in 1. But anyway, just want to say that they did not agree with this format, but it's just an idea. It's just a theory, just something I'm throwing out there. So let's get into it. So I do agree with expanding the season to 17 games in the regular season. I agree with that. And shortening the preseason to 3 games, that's perfect. I like that because there are too many preseason games. And if you wanted to, you could add another regular season game. Shouldn't really hurt much, right? I agree with that. But thing that I think should happen here is that we should expand the postseason to 8 teams per conference. Now, before you go all crazy on me, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm going to go through the pros and the cons of doing this, and hopefully I can persuade you, unlike I failed to persuade them. So, we'll start off with the cons. The cons of this format that I'm proposing is there will be a watered down playoff field, right? That's what a lot of people believe. If you add more teams, that there will be meaningless matchups and teams that'll be throwing everything off and it'll be kind of boring. Listen, here's the answer to that. So the two teams that have made the playoffs since 2002, since this format of 6 teams, since the current format, the two teams that made the playoffs with losing records are the Panthers in 2015, the Seahawks in 2010. Both of those teams won. They both won their games. They were both playing at home. They both won their games. Of course, we all remember the Beastquake, one of the best plays that we've ever seen. If you're a fan of the underdog, this is the scenario to go with. This is the format that you should go with if you're a fan of the underdog like me. I love to see underdogs succeeding. I just do. It's something about the Cinderella story. This is the way to get the Cinderella story going. This is giving the Cinderella story the best chance right here. Now, like I said, both teams won, so that's 2-0. 2-0. Only 2 teams to enter the playoffs and lose a record. Now, another con would be there would be multiple games on at once in the wild card round. So this would mean that there will be 4 wild card games going on in one day. So at some point there are going to be 2 games on at once. Trust me, we've all seen this before. We have 16 weeks of football where there are multiple games on at once. Now I do understand that this is win or go home. In the regular season, there are a bunch of games where we're just like, we know who's going to win that game. I do understand that, okay? Understand that. So I'll take that into account. All right, so there's a con. Another con would be you'd be taking away hot streaks for the lower seeded teams, which I don't really know that that's true. I don't really know that that's true. I mean, it is what it is, man. You can't really say that this is taking away the hot streak. You can't really say that it's not. We haven't tried it, so you can't really say that this is taking away the hot streak. But anyway, let's move on to the pros. I'm going to give you some pros here. I know you're like, what possibly could be the pros? Listen, I got you. So the first and foremost, I'm about to flip a con into a pro right now for you. So first pro is there will be more meaningful football. You get another playoff game. You get another regular season game, and you get one less preseason game. Tell me you don't care about the postseason more than you care about the preseason. I mean, come on. Come on, man. Just be honest. Be honest. More meaningful football. More money. That's another pro. I didn't even write that one down. There's more money for the players and more money for the league, too. You get more playoff tickets. Playoff tickets are way higher than regular season tickets. There's no way. Like, come on, bro. Come on. But anyway, another pro will be rest. Injured players will get another week of rest before they play in the postseason, the season that matters a lot more. The key example. J.J. Watt comes back, plays against the Bills. Looks pretty good. Looks all right. But it's like J.J. Watt, we know who J.J. Watt is, one of the greatest players in the NFL. You give him another week of rest, that much closer to being 100%. He's not going to be 100%. It's very unlikely, but that much closer. If we can even see J.J. Watt at 90%, I mean, come on. Who would not want to see that? It gives players like that who got injured kind of in the mid-season, later in the season, gives them another chance to come back and give their team much-needed reps, make a big impact on the game. Another pro, preparation. So each team would now have 2 weeks to prepare. Now you have teams like the Patriots, right, that somehow got into Wild Card Weekend. Well, not everybody's playing Wild Card Weekend, but everybody also has 2 weeks. You give Bill Belichick 2 weeks to prepare for the Titans that he already played this year? Well, actually, no, they played him last year. I'm sorry. But you give them 2 weeks to prepare for the Titans, right? who do you think is gonna win, nigga? Do you think the Titans are still gonna win when you get Bill Belichick 2 weeks to prepare in the postseason? Come on now. That's just another pro, and that was just an example. But anyway, so of course, like I stated, the format that I'm proposing is be 8 wild card games, still be 4 divisional games, still be 2 conference championship games. Everything else past that will still be the same. Everybody would get a bye. There wouldn't just be one team. It wouldn't just be 2 teams that get a bye week. Everybody would get a bye. And we might see a lot cleaner football. We might see a lot more thought out football. Like, you get a whole nother week to think about this stuff. I would also say, please, and this is one of the biggest things that irks my nerves, please, put the Pro Bowl behind the Super Bowl. I'm sick of seeing the Pro Bowl and I don't get to see the players that are playing in the Super Bowl. I still want to see Tyreek Hill in the Pro Bowl. I still want to see Patrick Mahomes in the Pro Bowl. I still want to see Raheem. I don't think Raheem was. I still want to see George Kittle. Still want to see George Kittle in the Pro Bowl. I want to see these guys, man. I hate that. And I know there's still going to be players that pull out of the Pro Bowl for personal reasons because they don't have to play it. But I still want an opportunity. Like, everybody should be done playing by the time the Pro Bowl is coming up. I want to see everybody. But anyway, so that would mean that there is no week of rest between the conference championship games and the Super Bowl. I don't want another week of rest. I'm putting this week of rest before the wild card round, giving it to everybody. Now, after the conference championship games, we go straight to the Super Bowl. That's what I believe should happen. I think that makes a lot more sense, and it makes it a little more even in the playoff field. So that's what I think, man. But the matchups that would have occurred this past season would have been Ravens, Broncos, Chiefs, Steelers, and then the other wild card games remain the same on that side. 49ers would have played the Bears, the Packers would have played the Rams, and the other wild card games would have taken place. But let's just say that the Rams beat the Packers. Now we're gonna have Seahawks Rams. And that means we get a chance to see Seahawks 49ers, which is what we all want to see anyway. That's just a scenario, man. That's just a scenario. I thank y'all for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you're new, thank you for your view. I appreciate you. Let me know what you think. Do you like my scenario? Do you like the new CBA that's being proposed or the new format that's being proposed under the new CBA? Let me know. It's your boy, Jay. We out of here.